Okay. So fetch all the drop-down options using get options method. List. So web element. So option C list equal to cell dot get options. So you got all the options here. So now you want to print all of them, just print them. So drop down options. So it will become very big one, but yeah, better not to print. So it's a list, right? All list will list elements. These are elements can't be printed. Size I'll print size. Okay, let's print the size. Options size. So I want to select a last option. Select last option from drop down. So cell dot select by index and this collection dot size. Size -1 if you give, it will select the last option. So you want to know which option is selected. Just call this get first selected option dot get text. It will print that last selected option by index. So that's it. And you want to print because so you cannot use other methods like deselect all or deselect by index or deselect by label text or deselect by value, deselect all, get all selected options. You cannot use that because it's not a multi-selection dropdown. I will print these options. So for you can use this list of type web element. So option colon, so the option list. Everything see, everywhere you see the Java. So without Java, it's impossible to code. Not only Java, I'm saying any programming language. I want to say a programming language. That's what I want to mention here. Dot get text. That's it. Okay. So and you want to, I'll just wait and then close the browser. Thread dot sleep. Driver dot close. You have to observe carefully because it's going to be very fast. Because we have given 1 second only, it's not sufficient. India, Bermuda, Cuba, West Bank is the last option. See, now all the options are printing here. See, West Bank. This is also getting, all the Chromium methods are getting a problem. Chromium browsers, instead of close, if you want to avoid this exception, you can use quit method. Okay, so that's it. How to use select class. And so tomorrow I'll show you remaining multi-selection dropdown. I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, so meanwhile, I want to discuss one more simple topic. Return type methods, web element return type methods. So that means all these methods will return a value from the web element. That's what the return type methods means. So you all know return type methods how to call. So get text method, get text. So basically it get the text of an element. Return type is a string type data it returns. String txt equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get text mess. So get attribute of attribute name. So you want to fetch any attribute value from HTML. So you can call the get attribute method. So this also returns a string type data, string val equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. This is the element attribute value you are fetching. That's a string val. How do you fetch the tooltip of an element? Basically, tooltip is available in the title attribute. So you just pass the title here. This is the generic syntax. You can use for any element this syntax you want to get the attribute values. So string tooltip equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get attribute of title. So this is the interview question. Then how do you fetch the URL of the link? So link URL is available in the href attribute. You should know this concept. So this is the concepts. If you know concepts, you can apply this syntax. So string URL equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get attribute of href. So how can you fetch the image source? Image source will be found in the src attribute. String image source equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get attribute of src. So that's how you can get, but these are the concepts you should know. These concepts you must know, keep them in mind, because these are going to be used in scenarios. How can you fetch CSS property of the element? So you have to call get CSS value method. So this also returns a string type data, string CSS value equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get CSS value of CSS property. So what are the CSS properties? Color, font, size, family. These are all font weight, display, mean height, padding, white space, font family, font size, color, cursor. These are all the CSS properties. Any of these CSS properties, if you want to get for this element, you have to call get CSS value method on this element and then give the CSS properties. Then obviously you will get the value. See, these are all the CSS font family, font size, letter spacing, letter height to font weight to font style, letter spacing. So these are all the CSS properties. So text icon decoration, whether it is underlined or not, you can get that values with a get CSS value method. So how can you fetch the particular element color? String C equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get CSS value of color. So like that, whether it is underlined or not, just give a text type and decoration for this method. Next, get location. So you want to get the location of X and Y coordinates. The Selenium 4, you have this logo element dot get rect dot get X, element dot get rect dot get Y. If you want to find the size of the element, so element dot get rect dot get dimension dot get height and get width methods you have to call. There is a get tag name. So it fetches the tag name of the element. this returns a string tag equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value dot get tag name. So this is all the return type methods. Please go through these methods also, and come back tomorrow. We'll discuss more